Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for the first ever episode of Welcome to Nerdatory. I'm Georgina, and joining me tonight is my lovely co-host, Stacy.
Hello. Oh, and I forgot what we're gonna do. Okay, and today our agenda is going to be that I guess our agenda is that we're gonna talk about the news, just about what recently happened this week, and then we'll touch on a few notes of video games that we've been playing and the new releases that we've actually been playing, which there hasn't really been that many. So now for the news.
But yeah, to kick it all off, we do have some pretty interesting news. Well, it's piqued our interest this week at least. To start off with, Sony was hacked again, which is very nice of them, because it actually meant not a lot of us could get online at some point, and the maintenance was cancelled. So, and it was, wasn't it a sect of Anonymous or something? What were they called? The Lizard Squad?
Yeah. Not the lizard people, the lizard squad. I was thinking lizard people.
The Lizard Squad.
Yeah, and they were attacking Microsoft, and they were even going after Blizzard and just a bunch of different game institutions.
Yeah, they've been doing the rounds, haven't they? In fact, shortly after the Sony network went down, Microsoft went down as well. So I think the whole thing was they were trying to prove a point, weren't they? It's like, oh, we've hacked Sony, we've hacked Microsoft. They're not spending enough money on the security systems, and this is what happens.
Yeah,
and then there was the bomb threat as well, wasn't there?
Yeah. With John, the president of Sony.
Our John.
For same faces, it's fine. It's fine. He's okay with it.
No, the bomb threat thing, I think. Do you not think that's taking it a little bit too far, though?
Yeah, I feel like it's excessive, and it's interfering with people outside of Sony and everything like that. It's people outside of gaming.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, while they might be trying to prove a point and stuff, not only are they, disrupting other people's lives, like you said, they don't really have anything to do with Sony or any other people involved with the whole thing. That just really puts a proper dampener on your day, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I was flying somewhere, and then all of a sudden we got grounded in Pig's Knuckle, Arizona, because some people have a bit of a beef with Sony, and their guy was on our plane.
Lizard people did not like the security, so our plane was stopped in Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, one-liner.
That's not right.
It's weird.
And it did. Not only did it horribly ruin other people's day, like you said, nothing to do with Sony, whatever. And that is kind of scary as well. Bomb threat on a plane. That's just not cool. That is not cool at all. But even the gaming community as well, that's it's taking the piss, to be honest. Yeah, we know you're trying to prove a point. Just stop ruining people's days. It's not on. It really isn't. We just want a game. We want to get on with it.
Just go on. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I hear about the PlayStation Network being down, I'm always like, are we gonna get more free things? Because that's how I look back to. I look back to it. I was like, I got Infamous, Little Big Planet, and I got so many other things. But it was 24 days. So
things happen. Give me free stuff.
Can these little bad things happen and I still get free stuff? I wish. I want to live in that world.
Oh dear. And we've got more news as well, haven't we? What else has happened this week?
Well, Amazon bought Twitch at a very cheap price of $970 million. Chump change.
Chump change, yes. 1 billion. No, they might as well just made it a billion. Do you not think? You know,
Yeah,
nice
I thought
even
that
figure.
too. Because I mean, you're only 30 away, so why? I would have been like, hey guys, come on, let's just make it a 1. Let's do it.
Oh, it's all right. They could have just done an extra deal. You know, they could have got a car thrown in, maybe a speedboat, fit kitchen. You know, just top it up a bit. You know.
Maybe it was a $970 million and the moon, and that's what they settled on.
And the moon.
Mm.
Yep.
And we're going on Doctor
But
Evil with
Google
it.
were the other one, weren't they? The Doctor Evil. Nah, Google were the other bunch of people that were thinking about buying Twitch, but obviously Amazon picked them to the post, so
That's good. I don't know. I don't think Google would have been a good choice just because of how much of a hassle Google and YouTube together are. But I mean, who knows what they would have done differently? I guess we won't know now.
I mean, we chatted before about Google and everything essentially becoming Skynet. They're just acquiring all this stuff, aren't they? It kind of reminds me of I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe Tetsuo in Akira. You know, where he's wandering around in that absolutely massive globule thing, and he's acquiring all this other stuff, and he's just becoming this massive gargantuan mess of flesh and technology, and yeah, that's Google. Sod Skynet. Google's Tetsuo, man.
So is it just equally as angry and just violent and just not having any of it?
Yeah, exactly. You never know what's going to come of that. This huge melting pot of stuff.
Just gonna
and everything.
become this giant thing and just separate itself from us.
Exactly. That is Google.
Well, it's a little less dangerous than Skynet then. We should be what?
Probably. Well, I think we should be happy that it was Amazon that have taken over Twitch. Although, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure about that because they might start pushing that Amazon TV thing that they've got. Ugh.
Oh, they're Prime? Or?
Yeah, Amazon Prime, yeah. It's like, come and buy stuff with us. You get cheap deliveries and TV and this and that and, yes, lots of other things.
I have Amazon Prime.
You have Amazon Prime?
Well, since I'm a student, I got it a bit cheaper. I think I paid like $40. So it wasn't that much. And I get to watch all these things, and I get 2-day shipping, which just made me feel like I'm going to buy a lot of things, and it's going to be fine because it's going to even out. No, I just bought a lot of things, and it just made my wallet very sad.
Oh, dear. I bet your bank manager is happy with you.
Amazon should be happy with me.
Oh, dear. And yeah, what else were we talking about this week? Destiny. I think quite a few of us on the internet are looking forward to it. Apparently, Destiny has already gone gold. When's the release date? September the 9th. That's a worldwide release, if I remember correctly. I mean, what do you think about it?
Well, I wasn't really excited for it in the beginning, like when they were announcing the PlayStation 4. I don't know, it just didn't seem that interesting. But now, like, seeing the other stuff that they have on it, this other like background and information, and it just seems more, I don't know, I want to play it now because of the whole side missions and just how interactive everything's going to be and the whole open world and even the possibility of multiplayer, even though I don't know if I'd play with other people because I'm very like, I'm going to do this. But it's a fun thought.
No, I think with all the additional information that they've been putting out recently, it's I think it is becoming a lot more appealing. I must admit. I mean, I did play the alpha and I played the beta as well. It was really fun. I will give it its due. It's really, really fun. And you will get your people that are saying that Destiny is just Halo wearing different clothes. I don't think. Nah, you know what I mean, though. I mean, Halo is its own thing, and it was Bungie's baby, and then it got taken over by 343. But I think they are doing something. Yeah. Look, I know my baby. No, I think Destiny is gonna be. It's gonna be something special. Definitely gonna be something special.
I think so too. I think it's one of the bigger PlayStation 4 alongside the other console releases. Well, even for the Xbox One, it's one of the bigger titles getting released for the newer consoles.
Yeah, I think it will be, well, especially this year at least. I'm trying to think of what we've possibly got coming next year that is on multi-console. So you've got the likes of The Division and stuff, and the Phantom Pain. But I think you're right in saying that Destiny is going to be like the big release of this year. And they are saying as well that it is going to be better on the PS4. I mean, you get a lot more exclusives as well, so I think it's that.
Yeah, the perks are pretty nice.
And we've also got some film news as well.
We've got what?
Film news.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Ear infection, and then the other one's still not working that well. Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, you saw me when I had the liquid in my ear. Okay, so Sin City unfortunately flopped, and Guardians of the Galaxy is still #1. Have you seen either one of them?
You know what? It's been so long since I've been to the cinema. I can't remember what I last saw. I think it might have been either Magic Mike or the last Resident Evil film. That's how long ago it has been since I've been to the cinema. But generally, as a rule, I don't go and see Marvel films. I have never been the biggest Marvel fan, even since I was a kid. And I blame Jubilee for that and the X-Men cartoons, but that is another story.
Well, I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. The Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't seen the new Sin City movie. I don't know. I just didn't really see that many trailers. But I don't know. We don't have any television providers here in this apartment out in America.
Yeah.
And I just didn't really see any ads for it. And from what I did see, it just looked like a regurgitation of the first movie. And I couldn't get any plot from it or anything like that. It just showed the guy with all the little bandages. And I think they showed Bruce Willis's death scene. And just possibly stripping again. I don't know.
See, there's now that you mention it, I haven't really seen anything on TV over here advertising Sin City 2. I mean, there's been advertising for Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously.
Oh, a lot of it.
Oh, tons of advertising. Yeah. Well before it come out, I was seeing little kids on the street and stuff with little bags and lunch boxes and all the merchandise. Oh, that film's not even out yet.
Yeah, then put it back. You haven't seen it. You don't know if you like it.
You don't know what you're doing.
Stop it.
While Sin City 2 has sort of flopped in America and Guardians of the Galaxy has gone back on the top spot, it's not been the case in the UK. I mean, what have we got? #1 at the moment in the box office from last weekend is Lucy, and #2 is the second In-Betweeners film. I don't know if you've seen that series or anything yet, but there's been 2 films.
I see a lot of ads on it, I think. Yeah, I see it on Netflix. Well, I see that it's on. I haven't watched it. I didn't even know there was movies for it.
Oh no, there's 2 films and one of them's just recently been released. That was the second one, and that's currently at #3 in the UK box office. So, but Sin City barely got a look in at all, all. I know it's so weird, don't you think, as well, and especially because comic book movie franchises are doing really well at the moment. You know, to see it fail like that is just a bit odd.
Maybe they just didn't spend that much on advertising, hoping that because of the whole spotlight on comic book movies and how well they did the last time, that maybe they thought they didn't need that much attention to be drawn and that the fans would just come regardless. Because it did not do well.
I mean, sort of relying on something that's already there without your own form of advertising seems a bit, a bit weird.
And you were saying that even the people that did watch it gave it bad reviews?
Yeah, I did read a couple of reviews. You know, it was averaging like 5 out of 10 or something. You know, on most of the reviews that I'd actually seen, so and they were saying, oh, it's pretty much like the first one. There's been 9 years between both of the Sin City films. And there's not really been anything like it since then, so I don't understand where they're coming from when they say, oh, it's too cliche, it's too samey, and there's only been one other one from what I can gather.
Well, I know, like, I think it's after they did that other movie, The Spirit, and it had the whole same gimmick with the whole, the black coloring, and then the really bright red and stuff like that, like, you could just plainly see the Converse and stuff like that. But other than that,
the only other film that I can actually think of that does the same kind of thing is Schindler's List.
It's definitely not a comic book movie.
Yeah, no, but it was in the same kind of style, the black and white, and then you get this one
little girl.
That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't know. I do think Marvel are catering more towards like a family sort of thing, because Guardians of the Galaxy over here was a 12 certificate. I don't know what that is in the US.
PG-13.
PG-13, yeah, 12 or 12 certificate.
How funny! And for the R rating, it's 18 over there.
Yeah, it's 18 here. Yeah.
I think it's 17 over here.
Oh, it's like always made me laugh that though. And I don't know, it's so weird. But yeah, it's not exactly like you're gonna be taking the little ones, you know, on the weekend to go and see Sin City 2 with swearing and violence and tits and things.
It's a lovely movie, and there's a stripper in it, honey. You'll love it. Yeah, I think the children will definitely pick a talking squirrel for a stripping Jessica Alba, if she's even in the new one. I don't know.
And Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah, Groot.
Yeah, Vin Diesel, that man.
It just makes me think of what is it, the Iron Giant? How he was the voice of the Iron Giant, and he had the same minimal type of dialogue in it. It's very funny.
I don't know what that says, but I think that kind of says something about his acting capability. Maybe.
That he's just so good that they reduce him to a few lines as to not overshine.
Few lines. Like, yeah, you're good enough with that. Just stick to that. Carry on, mate. Yep, I'll do.
That's your thing. Like that.
Said the girl.
Sort my earpiece out. But while we're still on topic of comic books and stuff, this week the world's most expensive comic book was sold. I think that was on Monday, and that was on eBay for over $3.2 million. Why can't I find anything like that in my bloody attic?
You'd be set. And not only that, how much did eBay make off of that person selling their comic book? Because I know a percentage. They have to get a percentage from it.
Oh yeah, anything you put on eBay, they're like, right, we'll take a cut of this, and it's final sale price, and blah blah blah. Oh my god, I wouldn't have sold it on eBay. If it were gonna make that much money, I'd have taken it to a proper auction place.
Yeah.
But even then, they would take a commission, but it'll probably be nothing like eBay's. Well, I don't know, actually. I'm probably just talking bollocks right now, but...
That's true. It's like you could really put it on Craigslist.
Just put it on Craigslist. And your previous post was, I've got a couch free if anybody wants to sleep on it.
I got a couch and a comic book, whichever one you're willing to buy.
Oh, but it was in pretty weird circumstances that this comic was kept. It was the Action Comics issue #1, the first appearance of Superman. So 76 years ago, which is how old this comic was, 10 cents it would have cost you.
It went up a bit.
10 cents. Yeah. 76 years later, the thing's still in near mint condition. Not bagged, not boarded or anything, just kept in this little box. And it's just near enough immaculate. And it went for over 3.2 million.
Wait,
That's so much money. That's a lot.
I really do. I did say with that. Why can't I have anything like that in my attic?
Just in random boxes. You should start searching.
You know what I found in my attic? I found porn from 20 years ago that somebody had hidden in the fucking eaves. I am not kidding.
Well, maybe it's worth something now. I know some of the Were you wearing gloves at least? Did you just instantly light everything on fire and run away?
You know what? It gets worse. It gets worse. This porn was in a bag. There was like a stack of it this big. We were cleaning out the attic. I was up there with my father and my now ex-boyfriend and my mother as well, cleaning out the attic as you do. They find this porn. Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's like 20 years old. We found 20-year-old condoms as well in the bag. But the worst thing was we found a French maid outfit.
Oh, yeah, things got weird.
Yeah, that was in our attic. No, there wasn't a $3 million+ comic or anything like that. Just a shitload of porn from the 90s. What the hell? And none of these aren't even worth that much money.
They weren't even the good ones?
Not even the good ones. I didn't want to look for them. Some of the pages were stuck together.
Oh, I think I would just start screaming and just burn my hands off with hot water.
Oh god, what was that? Nah, I had my hands in neat bleach. That is how bad it was. That is how bad it was. I don't know.
Ready to talk about video games now? We should shy away from pornography.
Shy away from porn and stuff that we can't have, yeah.
Lots of money.
Lots of money, yeah.
In a little wooden box in the attic.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this week, what was it, on Wednesday? On the 26th. Infamous First Light came out, and Georgie and I have been playing it. And Georgie already beat it.
I've already beat it.
Yes. And
yeah, whereabouts are you up to in it? Like, how far through are you?
Well, I got all the Lumen thingies, and... Wait, which one's which? Yeah, no, I got the Lumen ones, and I completed all the races, because I have to do all of that before I start playing the actual game. And I was really disappointed to see that you don't unlock everything with the Lumen that you're provided with in the city. So I don't know if you're going to get more later on or what's going to happen. I think I'm like two updates away from it. But I've just completed like one mission, and it was standing on top of that truck while that sleazy guy drove and you shot the Russians.
The sleazy guy.
He's
oh, that was the first thing that crossed my mind. What's he called? Shane? And then he's got this little Texan drawl, y'all. And it, like, no, just no.
Just, your brother should have brought you around sooner. Oh, look at you. Has he been keeping you from me? And it's just gross. It's, But what do you think of it?
No, but Yeah, for the price of it, because we got the download option first, didn't we? And then soon we are getting the hard media, the disc option. So you'll be able to go into a shop and buy it instead of downloading it.
So it's Red Dead Redemption Undead or whatever it was? The zombie version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know the DLC came out first, but it was DLC. And then it came out all on its own. I think it was a DLC.
Yeah, it came out on its own. It's pretty much the same idea. But how much did I pay for it? I think it was £11.99 on the UK PSN store.
Mm-hmm.
Downloaded it and everything. I mean, it's, yeah, fair enough. It's like 4 to 5 hours long, depending on what you're doing in the game. Gameplay is still pretty similar to, well, Second Son and stuff. They've kind of, oh, how do I put this? You were saying about the ledges before, how they're less annoying.
I was so happy to see that because when I was playing Second Son, I kept saying to whoever I was talking to that in the game your worst enemy is ledges because you could be lining up the building and then you just stop. And in this one you just go straight through them, but you can still stand on top of them, which I think is great. And that's just worth it. Just being able to play that is worth it.
It's just something that's knocked down the annoyingness a notch.
Yes,
one less annoying thing
happy.
in it. But I mean, for the actual size of the game and the amount that you're getting for your money, I don't think it's that bad. Maybe the story is a little flimsy, but I think that they said when they announced the First Light DLC or whatever you want to call it, I think it's just like standalone, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't need to have played Second Son beforehand to play First Light. I think it is actually better if you played Second Son first and then played First Light because it fills in the gaps a bit.
Yeah, and you kind of already like when I was talking to you about it and I told you to let me know where you were, but no spoilers, even though I kind of know what the end outcome is. And I told her, I was like, I don't know what the spoilers could be, but don't tell me them if there is any. Because I guess, yeah, but I paid $14.99 over here. And for what it is, I think it's really great. And they could honestly had very little wiggle room since they already have a beginning and an end for this character. So there's only so much you can do. And I just really like the visual differences. Like the power bar for fetch is different from the Dawson one. And I thought that was really cool. And the colors too.
Oh, it's still staggeringly pretty.
Mhm.
Still totally pretty. I do have to give credit to the engine that they were using on it. It is pretty and stuff. Although I did notice maybe was a little bit of issue with the frame rate. It seemed to jump and skip quite a bit.
Mhm. I think I played enough of it story-wise to see it yet.
Well, I did go back and play Second Son shortly before I played First Light. In fact, while I was waiting for it to download. Mm-hmm. Second Son seems to be a little more consistent with the frame rate, but First Light, you could tell. I think it might have just been with just the sheer amount of stuff that was going on screen that was making it jump as much as it did. I mean, I did notice it, but I don't think it was too much of an issue. Not really.
Did it happen often or just in one particular scene?
Just in particular scenes. I mean, like when there was a lot of built-up stuff, and when there was, I suppose, when you're directing Fetch around and she's doing this, that, and the other, the more complicated it got. You know, just some parts of the screen just seemed to judder a bit.
Yeah.
You know, it was noticeable to an extent, but it wasn't. It didn't ruin anything.
Yeah.
It did anyway.
Well, that's good. Hopefully, well, when I play it, I'll see about that. Yeah, I'm trying to get the platinum for Second Son, so I'm trying to play the evil mode now, and I just feel like a complete asshole. I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, I don't like that. I really don't. I like being the good guy all
Me
the time.
too.
Why
I
are you giving me the
hate
choice
it.
of people?
I hate
I'm a
being
good
the
girl,
good
I
guy.
am.
The bad part about being the good guy is you can't accidentally kill civilians, which I wish they knew when it was an accident or when they got in your way. It's like, it's not my fault. You're the one that... Don't you see if we're having a fight and you're just, like, walking in the middle of it, probably on your cell phone? Like, pay attention. But yeah,
That
that's
is
a
so
problem
true.
with it.
In fact, all the game developers need to take heed of that. So you need to tune up your AI to be a little bit more considerate of the person who's playing the game because we're trying to do a good thing. And your dickhead AI bloody program has just made them walk into a fucking war zone.
Exactly. Or I'm shooting at that car. Why are they still in it? Why are there people around it? This car's gonna blow up. Stand back.
Exactly.
It especially sucked
Oh,
when
God.
that happened. You
Horrible.
were the good guy, and that special ability that you would work up to would completely go away if a civilian was accidentally injured or killed. I'd get so mad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's annoying. So annoying. You're trying to be really, really cautious with your headshots and binding all these guys up so you don't kill them, and then all of a sudden one of them just wanders in. You've killed a civilian. You're a bad person. We're taking away your special ability as a punishment. Ugh.
Exactly. Or when somebody was like tied down and you didn't know they were tied down or something, and you threw a bomb trying to hit something else, and the bomb killed the person that was tied down, and now you executed them. You should feel bad about yourself. And not only that, there goes your special ability. The cherry on top of it.
I didn't mean it.
Can I just say I'm really sorry and get my ability back?
Although I did find it a little difficult in First Light to get your what do you call it, singularity.
How do you get it? I don't necessarily understand because like I said, I haven't really been playing the story, and I'm just attacking the Russians, and I see the little yellow stuff fly up, and my singularity thing's available, but I don't understand how it becomes available, like by killing the Russians.
It's when you're fighting the enemies, kind of like when Delsin was using his neon powers and stuff with fetch, and you slow time down when you press the L2 button.
Oh, okay. So by hitting your weak points.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what builds up your singularity thing. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That is how you do it.
Yeah, I just realized I had it. I was like, what did I do? I don't understand if I did anything special. Did I just earn it from waiting?
I did something.
I collected the lumen. Yes. Gets me that. It was fun collecting it, though. I liked the little races when it didn't get out of hand. Well, it's not necessarily a problem with it. It was just me not being fast enough or getting, like, caught up a wall. And it went one way, and I'm like stuck up this wall trying to go over. That's not the game Mills make.
I've had that same problem. That is the kind of thing that if I do it repeatedly over and over again a few times, I rage quit. It's something so simple. And I keep thinking, right, I'm going that way, I'm going that way, I'm going that way. There's that bloody wall there that trapped me the last time. Don't go near it. And what do? I go near it and I get stuck. And I do it about 5, 6, 7 times.
I do the same thing, and especially if I'm focusing on not doing it. As soon as it's coming up, I'll like fumble the control and I'll go straight to it. Or if I somehow manage to avoid it, I'll get too excited and fumble the control and fuck up some other way. It's just so frustrating. And it's like, do it over and over.
Never good at all. Never good at all.
And I know with one of them, I followed it to the city limit, and it made me stop and completely, like, slow walk, and it's all like, return fetch to the other part of the city. I don't know why.
It's kind of like when you end up in the water. It was like, oh, in some other games you can swim in this, why can't you swim in this one? I don't want to return to shore. I might just want to have a bob about in the ocean for a bit. Leave me alone.
Well, it kind of works out because I know in the beginning of the game, I was trying to run to the dock where Brent was, and I accidentally fell
Yeah.
in, and I pressed the whole touchpad to get out, and it took me where I needed to go, so it saved me a few seconds of travel. So I was like, oh, that's convenient. Okay, why not? We got a little taxi cab.
If it works like that, then it's good. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to give it another run through because I do need to collect all the bits and try and get the platinum and stuff.
Yeah.
I've already got the platinum for Second Son. In fact, that was my first platinum. Because normally, as a rule, I don't platinum games. I haven't got the patience. I haven't even got the patience to wait for a pint of Guinness to settle. I'm like, Guinness now. Guinness me up.
Foam in your nose.
Yeah.
It's just the way I like it.
Yeah, it's in Guinness hash. I have not got the
Back into your
patience.
mouth, it's fine. I'm a trophy. What is it? I'm a trophy whore. I try to get platinums. I love getting trophies. It brings me satisfaction in life, which makes no sense since they're not like really real, but I like getting them. And I
It's like I did something good. Look at me. Yay!
I did it! Ha ha! This game is mine. I don't know. Yeah. Does the platinum for first light? Oh, sorry. What was that?
Oh, yeah. The first one I did platinum was Second Son. It was pretty easy actually.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there is a platinum for First Light. I think a good chunk of them are actually from the arena thing. You've got to get a certain amount of points in a certain, like they've got the alpha, the beta, and the gamma arena thing. Yeah, you've got to get over this amount of points for whatever trophy. So that should be interesting.
And possibly annoying if you do it over and over and over again. I wonder if you can do it with Delson, though, if you have all those powers.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, actually, because once you've gone through the game and stuff, and it unlocks all of the arena side bits that you can do, you can either play Fetch or you can play Delson in it. And when you do play Delson, when you're going around the arena, you've got access in different parts of the arena to your concrete, your smoke, your neon, blah blah blah. So I do wonder if it would be easier with Delsin. I'm not sure, or if it does apply if you have to play as Fetch to get those trophies. That shall be a thing we have to test.
Yes, and let me know since I'm still a bit behind. I got a lumen. Did I mention that? I got the lumen.
The goddamn lumens. The damn lumens, the shiny whippy things.
When you're the moon, you get the lumens. I don't know. I made no sense, but I couldn't help doing the moon. That's all I'm curious.
The moon. First Light is, I think it is pretty enjoyable. For the price, if you like Second Son, then it probably is the next thing to do from that. I do hope they'll maybe bring out some more DLC. Maybe with Eugene, actually. Because obviously Second Son was all Delsin, which is fine, because Troy Baker.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and yes.
Yes. Want to lick his face.
Yes.
We're still women at the end of the day, aren't we? It's just like, yeah, Troy Baker. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, obviously, Second Son, Delsin, First Light, Fetch, whatever they'd probably title the next one, Eugene. I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah, and I definitely rather see that over Hank, only because I still have mixed feelings over Hank because he did kind of screw you over. He was the oh my god, why am I having a blank? Hold on. He was the Lando of the Infamous because he screwed you
Yeah.
over.
He's batty bad man.
Yes.
Batty bad man.
Doing it for his daughter. I think not. I think not. Could have let you know that Augustine was behind it, and like, since when does he have trust for her? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It was dumb. I'm excited to play the bad version just because I get to possibly murder Hank and Augustine. That's the only thing. I just don't like how mean he is to Betty. When she was like trying to hold his hand, and he was just like, "Get out of here, old woman."
It was like, get off me, bitch, you old.
Don't touch
crap my swag. Well, so that is one thing I don't like about those kind of games where you do get the option to be good or evil. Yeah, it's nice to have the option, but to be honest, I like being nice.
Because being bad makes you feel bad. And that's not fun.
It does. Have you seen on like the trophy list and stuff where it goes through saying that this trophy is rare, this one is common, this one's ultra rare. If you know what it is for the bad and the good ones, everybody's gone for the good ones.
Yeah, the bads are all rare.
Yeah, the bads are all rare, ultra rare as well. It's like, well, if
So
Second Son is what... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying if Second Son is the game from what Sucker Punch led on from the Cole era Infamous games, saying that people, generally tended to go for the good side. So if you finish the previous Infamous games on the good side, this is what would have happened in that world after all that stuff happened. So it's kind of carried on from there. I wonder if they ever did like a next Infamous game, like a full one, not just DLC, that they would continue that thing from analysing the trophy data, saying, oh, people went for the good thing, maybe we should continue the story in that direction.
It would make sense. And not only that, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but if platinum trophy is too much work and not really worth it, I won't play a game excessively. And so maybe that's how it was with other people, that they play the good side and they don't even want to try to go for the bad trophies, and it's just like, I enjoyed the game, I cannot stand Cole McGrath or his little Elvis friend, so I'm not going to play it again. I could not stand Cole McGrath or his little Elvis friend. Or just the controls. I don't know what it was, if it really was Cole that I didn't like, or just the controls and him dancing when you're trying to get off of the building. I have my issues with it.
I think what it was like Cole just had that voice for kind of like B-movie almost, don't you think? It could be an epic. I've got a really gravelly voice, and then that look, and then
Well, if it's B-movie,
something so B-movie about it.
They got the perfect sidekick for him then. Little Elvis, Bruce Campbell, and I can't remember his name, and he's right behind me.
Zeke,
that's
Zeke
his
was
name.
it? Yeah. Zeke was a little Elvis
Campbell, guy. Elvis-y, and I don't know, he just wasn't even a likable character. Was it in 1 or 2 where he betrayed you? Or was it in both? Who knows?
Oh.
He did it twice?
I'm thinking. You know what, I can't remember. My brain's just gone.
That and those games are just very frustrating.
Yeah. Oh God. Lads, I need to go back. But I'll tell you though, I think I am liking the way that the Infamous games are going at the moment. It's a lot different as well.
Yeah.
And especially with the way that technology is at the moment, and yes, they've got our beloved Troy Baker in, and we know how fabulous he is, and how much I want to lick his face. I think when you do have the talent behind it, yeah, Laura Bailey as well. She's done a fucking brilliant job as Fetch. I think she has.
Yeah, I think so too. And not only that, the relationships are all very believable.
Yeah. Well, what was it in real life? Travis Willingham, who played Reggie, is married to Laura Bailey, and Troy Baker was his best man at the wedding, and they've been like best friends for ages. So it's all believable. I like this kind of thing. It does, and you're right, and it makes everything so believable. And is that I like where we are with the current technology in games, and the fact that we do have voice actors that can not only do the voice but can follow up with the good physical acting as well.
Mhm. Yeah, and we're seeing more and more of that, like the whole L.A. Noire thing, then the Beyond Two Souls with Alan Page and William Dafoe.
And yeah, what else was there? That's coming up, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare as well, even though I'm not a massive fan of the Call of Duty franchise. Who've they got? Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
Jesus
really?
Christ.
That's kind
Yeah.
In a Call of Duty game? I mean, what is he going to do? Is he just going to be like the president, like, there you go, fellas, go kill this nation that's now attacking us. It's different from all the other games because of some special reason that I cannot fathom, which is why I don't play the game set, and I'm terrible with first-person shooters, which is not good.
I'm terrible with Call of Duty because I don't have the patience for it. So, but yeah, the next one they have got Kevin Spacey. I think it's Kevin Spacey. I'm not just talking out my ass just now, but yeah, it's Kevin Spacey. Yeah. But I suppose that'll sort of bring us on nicely to our next topic, seeing as it's actually got a very, very recognisable name and quite handsome face to go with it as well.
And mole. Wait, where's his mole? His mole's somewhere on his face. In this area.
In this general vicinity.
Yes.
Yeah. PT! Phone home.
That's what I was thinking too, especially with our picture with the controller. Our fingers are going to touch.
Well, yeah, that was the PT demo, if we call it that, even though PT we now know stands for Playable Teaser. Was announced at Gamescom a little while ago, and the internet basically nearly imploded on itself because of what it actually was.
Sims 4. How insane would that be? You get to create characters and kill them. Well, I guess it kind of already is like that. If you put carpet and a chimney and no doors. Never mind.
No
windows. Yeah, but Silent Hill.
No.
Yeah, they don't need it.
Yeah.
Put them in the pool and take like a little ladder. So awful.
I mean, what have you been calling it Silent Hill, or have you been calling it Silent Hills? Because that's what I've been calling it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been calling it PT. Because that's what I've been.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't played any of the Silent Hill games. And I'm kind of a weenie when it comes to horror games, but it just kind of depends because I'm a selective weenie. Just like, it's just really like the Dead Space game, like type of horror where you can move along, you see everything, and you still get like the shit scared out of you. That's fine. But with Outlast, I just can't keep going with it because the anxiety of, am I going to have light? Am I not going to have light? Am I going to have to maneuver and drain all this battery and then have no light and then be screwed for the rest of the game? I just can't. And then like his breathing in my ear, and is it his heart rate or mine? I don't know what's going on. It's too much.
See, I quite enjoyed Outlast in that sort of sense because I think with games now, I think they need to add that little additional thing that just keeps you on edge, but constantly on edge. Just a little bit, but constantly. So yeah, the whole trying to find batteries and stuff, it's like, I've got 3 left, I might be alright if I find another one within the next 5 minutes. And then you get down to your second one and you still haven't found one yet, and then you start fucking worrying. That little bit of on edge thing just keeps you going through a game like that. But the PT demo totally had it right. I cannot leave it alone.
I've played it through a few times and it still makes me jump and I still get anxiety like, oh, Lisa, stay away from me. Please don't murder me right now, or don't pop up, or just no touchies, personal space. I just want to run away.
No touching.
I don't feel. No touching. Stranger danger.
No touching.
I'm sorry about your eye.
Oh, your eye, gouge it out. No, I think that was actually possibly the most cleverest piece of marketing that I've laid eyes on since Lord Kojima, Trollmaster Supreme, did the whole Phantom Pain thing under a different studio and this, that and the other with all of his mad little videos. But to come out with that, you know, this just demo, and then you play it, and then you get to that last bloody loop, and you've got to try and figure it out, and everybody's been going through all these theories. God knows I've been doing it myself as well, trawling the internet to see what other people have been doing, and see if they can just do it outright, no faffing about, to be rewarded with this trailer that just makes you go, eh.
Yeah, it is. It is extremely genius because you're getting the whole hype of what is this? We don't. Is it horror? What's the plot? What is this? Is it something we know? And then it's like, how do you beat this? What's going on here? And then it's holy shit, it's something we've already seen. It's a franchise, and it's from a director of horror movies and Metal Gear Solid and Walking Dead. It's just a lot to throw on your lap.
I think the first time that I actually played it through and completed it, everybody's probably seen it by now, so I don't think it's going to be a spoilerish kind of thing, so I'll just go ahead and say it. You complete the final loop, you go through that final door, and then the screen fades to black, and then all this shit starts happening, and then you get rewarded. It's not a case of you've beat it, you get the ending. It's you've beat it, you get rewarded with the trailer. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And you sat there like that going, that bloody woman's ripped my head off that many fucking times now, I've lost count. I've talked to a head in a bag, I listened to some screaming baby, some chicken demon fetus thing in the bloody sink. You like that? Oh, this better be good. And you know what? It is. It's brilliant. My first words when I first saw that trailer with my own eyes after completing it myself, when Hideo Kojima come up on the screen, I said, "You massive bastard." My exact words, "You massive bastard." That was it. He did it again. He got us good. He got us good.
Yeah, it's just all very impressive, and it was very enjoyable and very terrifying and very frustrating in certain parts, especially when you're just repeating the name over and over again, and it worked a few times and it worked just fine, and now it's not working and you don't know why it's not working, and you're moving around and Lisa's breathing on your back like the unforgiving bitch she is. Poke out her eye once and she does not forgive you. And it's just
her eye once.
There's a cockroach and I was moving it away, and she didn't appreciate it. Would you say the ass-to-ass cockroaches?
Yeah. Right at the beginning, you wake up, you're like that. You put yourself up. There's 2 cockroaches joined at the arse. As soon as you get up, and they follow you around as well. What's up with that?
I noticed that. I heard you say the whole joined at the ass thing on Twitch. But later on, I noticed that there's a few of them that are just connected at the butt,
Yeah.
or they're all doing it. It's the latest trend. They don't appreciate the human centipede, and they just want to do the assing cockroaches or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not ass to mouth, it's ass to ass. That's so
It
bad.
sounds
I'll stop that now.
it sounds twice as shitty, but not as dirty.
Yeah. No, I was really quite surprised, happy, pissed off. All of these really strong emotions at the same time throughout that entire demo till I got to the end, watched the trailer with my own eyes. Yep, Hideo Kojima comes up, massive bastard, and then Guillermo del Toro as well. Like, oh, that's a new one.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, and I think it's pretty neat that he's doing it, especially since he himself's a fan of video games. Because I know he put the GLaDOS voice in the trailer for, and I don't know, did he put it in the movie too for Pacific Rim?
Yeah, it was in the film as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ellen McLean.
Yeah, and that was extremely exciting to hear. I think it was better than the whole movie. No offense to the movie, but it was okay. It's just well, annoying, not frustrating.
Frustrating. Guillermo del Toro was actually working with some company on making his own video game, but the company went balls up, basically, so they were no longer in existence. So I suppose it was a natural progression for him, to go and work with essentially one of the biggest writers in the whole game industry. Because if I remember correctly, in saying Kojima himself wanted to actually be a film director and writer and stuff, but he ended up in the video game industry. So the amalgamation of these two people, game creator, film director, it seems to mix. And not only that, but Kojima himself has a massive hard-on for Norman Reedus.
That it should all work out. They could all help each other, and Norman Reedus could do the job by just being Norman Reedus, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah, with his mole.
His mole, exactly.
With his mole.
That's on his face.
No, if you ever do you follow Kojima on Twitter?
I have no idea. I don't even know who. I follow a lot of, I guess, game stuff and possibly celebrities. I know I follow Nathan Fillion because he's funny, but I never go on Twitter. So it kind of it's still pointless, but maybe.
No, if anybody out there actually follows Kojima on Twitter, you'll know that he does have, and I'm not sugarcoating this or anything, he does have a massive, massive hard-on for Norman Reedus, because he constantly talks about The Walking Dead. He even liked the second Boondock Saints film. So much so they was gushing about it when he got the DVD in the mail one morning. It's like, oh, bless, but it's kind of shit.
And not only that, what was wrong with Patrick Flannery's face? Is that his name? John Patrick Flannery. What was wrong with his face? He went from being the more attractive one to being the least attractive person on the whole set. Because before it was like, both the brothers are attractive, and then it was like, whoa, Norman Reedus is the only attractive brother.
But Sean Patrick Flannery actually went kind of cute again, though.
Oh, did he? Did he lose the eyelid weight? I don't know. Is that what it was? Because he was just like puffy.
I think he did.
By bees. Just like a whole week shooting just nonstop bees, just relentlessly.
Well, I think he did. In fact, it was a couple of years ago. I think Sean Patrick Flannery and Norman Reedus were doing a sort of Boondock Saints reunion thing, and he did actually look quite good. He's like 50 now.
Oh, he is pretty old. I didn't take that into consideration.
Yeah.
I'm just being mean with my bees.
No, he did. He got kind of cute, and then he was in that episode of Stargate SG-1, which was odd. Well, I remember that time Sean Patrick Flannery was in Stargate SG-1. Yeah, I remember that one.
I can't see him in a role that's not like Boondock Saints or him just being a heartthrob. Like all those 90s movies he did, like even Powder, and that's the only roles I could see him in. Either vigilante or just breaking young hearts.
Just be like, oh.
Which he can't do that anymore, but maybe he can again if the bees stop.
I don't know. It's just, I suppose it's so weird at the end of it all, you know, with the, like I was saying before about Call of Duty, they've got Kevin Spacey in it, and like you were mentioning before about Beyond Two Souls with Ellen Page. You know, we seem to be getting all of these big time actors and actresses in video games now, and it seems to be something that they want to do as well.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty neat thing to have done. I mean, we all know video games are a pretty big franchise, and being able to act in it, and not only that, like have people be interactive with your acting, I think would be a good accomplishment for any actor.
Yeah. Well, there was that massive uproar a little while ago, and this is back to Kojima again, and his trollness, because he is, in fact, he shouldn't be called Kojima, he's fucking Trolljima, is what he is.
It's a good name. It's better than his real name.
Yeah, Trolljima. Yeah, we'll go with that one from now on. When he announced that Kiefer Sutherland was going to be Snake in Ground Zeroes and The Phantom Pain when that come about. And everybody was like, no, you can't have another guy. You can't have fucking Kiefer Sutherland as Snake in Metal Gear because it's not right without David Hayter and blah. I fucking welcome the change. Because to be honest, we are in that new era now. We are in the next gen, is what it was when this was all happening. We're in the next gen. They're using more and more advanced technologies now to do motion capture, including facial capture.
Yeah, for all the facial expressions.
Yeah, did you ever see, was it the second Guyver live action movie? David Hayter was in that. It was fucking awful.
No, I never saw it.
It was awful. And to be honest, yeah, I grew up with Metal Gear Solid and stuff. David Hayter is the voice of Snake to me. But to be honest, we're in the next gen now. We need somebody else to do the job. Getting a bit old now. Yeah, we need somebody else to do the job. It makes sense.
Yeah, and I feel like if Kojima can get behind it, then it should be enough trust from his fan base to believe that it's actually a good choice. I mean, if he sees it in this character he's envisioned and he's made countless video games with, then I don't know, I feel like the character is in trusted hands with him. And I don't think he'd fuck it up. Or just, like, take a shit all over it and be like, I just wanted to ruin everything for everyone and lose so much money. It's the only way I could think of doing it. Yeah, I don't think it'd be anything like that.
Well, I think it was back in a couple of years ago, 2012 or something. There was an interview done with Trolljima himself, and he was asked about the Phantom Pain. I think it was an interview about Ground Zeroes, specifically about Ground Zeroes. He was asked about the Phantom Pain because the whole thing was going about, and he was saying, "No, that's nothing to do with me. That's nothing to do with me. That's a separate studio. That was the whole marketing thing. He had us fooled to an extent. few of us saw past it. And then he said, oh yeah, I'm working on a few other projects. I actually think that Silent Hill has been in development for the past couple of years now.
Well, I really hope so, because I'd want it to get released sooner than later. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I want it now. That'd be great.
I want it now.
Can I have it, please? I mean, yes. Can we throw in Troy Baker somehow? Can he be the one telling me that, are you sure you're you? And I know I'm me, or whatever it is that he says, with him walking and all these blisters. And wait, were we talking about the feet?
I walked, and I walked, and I walked some more. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more.
There is knocking on the door, so it might just all be a love song to that song.
Could be. You never know. You never know. But, I don't know, just talking about it just makes me want to go back and play it again. It really does.
I feel like I'm pretty okay. After the whole friendly competition I had with you, and the first time I tried it, the whole Jareth thing?
Jareth?
Yeah, Jareth. I have a problem with his name. I don't know why. It worked out the times that I had tried it, and it was great. And then the last time I played it, I wanted to see when Lisa was looking over the balcony. So I had to play it again just to see that area.
My favorite bit.
She's so creepy. I didn't even know she did that. I saw that in a YouTube clip. And I thought it was bullshit, so I wanted to see it for myself. And how she backs away, but you can hear her walking. Sorry, go on. Sorry, go.
Oh, no, sorry. It was the loop when you come out and then you're just walking along and all of a sudden the window comes out.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the fuck? You look up at that and you think, I'll just have a look up at everything else. What the hell? That bitch is there. And she's glaring at you like that. That was possibly one of my favourite bits during the entire demo.
And I think what made it creepier was that she didn't just stay there. After a while, she actually backed away. And when she backed away, I was like, okay, gonna leave now. Don't want you to pop around and give me hugs. Squeeze my organs out. Just want to hug you so much I'll snap your neck. Yeah. Oh, okay. But the first run through I had, I put it on Twitch, and I thought it was gonna be fine. I had finished it right before broadcasting it, and I did the Jareth thing. And I did it in under a minute. It took me, it obviously was a minute because it takes a minute for the countdown or the clock to go off. So it took me 2 minutes to get to the ending, the trailer. And then I closed it and I opened it again and I accidentally had to do it all over again. And it took me like 3 minutes, just a little bit longer. And then I started all over. I'm broadcasting it. I think like 15 minutes in. I'm already at the final loop. I'm feeling good about my time, and it's just not working. And I keep saying his name, and it's not working. I have people on Twitch telling me what to do, and nothing's working. And then I just rage quit after 36 minutes. And after moving on the couch, I pick up the controller again. Lisa had already killed me, and it works again. I just get so frustrated. But I played it the next day, and I think I got like 17 minutes, and the Jareth thing did work that time. I just had to like wiggle around, and I move around a lot too. I feel like my video game characters have ADD, not me. It's them. So they have to keep moving around and looking at stuff. I don't like standing still. Especially if I hear Lisa breathing about. Ugh. Just hate when she pops around.
It is. It's like you can hear her breathing on your neck and walking about behind you and stuff, and you're like, did you fucking get off me?
I just go around like, I wish I could run, and I'm just like, no touchies, no touchies, no touchies. I just don't, that's just sexual harassment, and I don't appreciate it. And I feel like we should really speak out against it because men can get sexually harassed, especially Norman Reedus.
Yeah, and oh yeah, especially that man.
Or his mole.
Yeah, totally will. But it's mole. I've always said though, whenever I was streaming on Twitch, you know, they always one of the thing was you've got to look at the bathroom mirror, and when Lisa starts her in the thing, you've got to look at the bathroom mirror when she's behind you doing her little juddery thing.
Yeah.
And she moves forward, so you were just stood there. Obviously, you can't see your face in the mirror because it's crap on the top. So you're there with a torch, and she starts moving forward, and she's doing the juddering. She kind of moves onto you, and because her arm's out a little bit, it looks like she's rubbing your junk. So, like, ew, get off me! I'm being molested by a ghosty type, scary woman.
And not only that,
it's
in a dirty bathroom. It's like every bad rape story or sexual harassment story.
Yeah. In a seedy motel room or something like that, you know, somebody's been in that bathtub at some point. They've had their kidneys cut out. They sat in it full of ice.
Exactly. He was probably like, oh man, the other day I was in this bathroom. There was blood and shit all over the floor. There was this aborted fetus in the sink, and this woman comes up from behind me and touches my genitalia. He said, no, but I couldn't even see myself, and she was just wiggling. I didn't know if she was having a seizure, and I just couldn't do anything about it. And I cried for an hour.
Oh, God.
It could be Silent Hill, the untold story.
Yeah. That one case that they didn't really want to, you know, bring up from the bowels of the badness.
Bowels of the bathroom, I like it.
Well, the Jarrah theory, though, that definitely does work. Who was it? The Great Debate on YouTube was the one that sort of discovered it. He did a lot of code breaking. All the numbers and stuff that you find within the PT demo, the fact that the loading screen on the front is actually just a bunch of trees. The fake studio itself, what was it, 7780?
Or 08, one of them. But I always like switching things up. I could be a touch dyslexic. Just a touch.
I'm kind of like that. 8s sometimes look like 3s, which sometimes look like 5s.
I do the same thing when I'm making time cards at work or fixing them. I put 3.3 instead of 3.5, which, you know, why not? No one wants to get paid more.
No, the code breaking thing, he figured it out, and that's where he got the name Jareth from. Because when he figured it all out and actually got the name, you know, anybody who knows the sort of Bible type stuff from the Book of Enoch, I think it was, Jareth was actually a fallen angel. Which seems rather fitting for this. So, the translation, when you collect all of the picture pieces and you get all of the different languages on the screen, if you translate them, they are all in a mad order. If you put them in what seems to be a proper order, and follow essentially the instructions on that, that is apparently how you solve the final loop. And he did a demonstration of it on this YouTube video that he did. If anybody's watching and you'd like to check it out, we'll probably put some links and stuff after we've finished this, so you can go see it for yourself and try it out. You could do it all. He did it all himself. He showed it several times. The whole Jareth thing, you've got to, what was it? You've got to wait for the clock to ding dong for midnight. Exactly 10 steps towards the bathroom. Stop. You hear the first baby giggle that you need. And then when Lisa, that evil bitch who needs a new frock, when she starts doing her
junk.
Yeah. Stop touching my junk. Get yourself a new frock. You know, get a glass eye or something. You know.
Or at least an eye patch. Go snake with it. Just get a cool eye patch.
Rocking a pirate patch. So yeah, Lisa. Lisa. When she starts doing her thing, you've got to start saying what is obviously your fella's name, which is Jareth. Give it a few moments. You should get the second baby giggle. Your controller should start vibrating for a little while. Don't move at all when that's happening. Eventually, after that, your controller stops vibrating, you get the third baby giggle, and then the phone rings, which means you can get the fuck out of that place and watch that lovely final trailer.
With Norman Reedus' mole.
Yeah.
Who is actually the star of the...
star of the... He is.
Yes. Big time. And he's going to be the main actor in the Silent Hill game. You might see the rest of his face, you might not. Who cares? It's a mole. And he's going to wear, like, the ski mask, and you're just going to see the little mole.
Yep, mole.
You can draw a little flashlight to his mole. Chop it up and make some guacamole.
Guacamole! I think it will be pretty interesting to see exactly what happens with Norman Reedus in this game. Totally interesting.
If it's going to be first person or if it's going to be third person, since, you know, Norman Reedus, are you going to be him or is it going to be this random character that pops by and says, "Look at my sweet mole"? You like it?
So yeah, like you said, first person, you're going to be seeing through his eyes, and then in a cutscene, you're going to get to look at his mole, and then maybe third person, are you going to be able to control him, look at his ass, and then get a cutscene, and then, you know, be like, mole.
Or hopefully Nathan Drake him and roll around in wet like I guess rivers and stuff like that, and get his shirt like damp and sticking to his body, which is one of my favorite pastimes in Uncharted. Just rolling on through that.
Yeah. So you could totally do that with Norman Reedus. She'd be like, yeah, roll him around in water and stuff, get him all wet and shirt clingy and stuff, and then like look at his mole, and then.
I probably just want to do that because of his Walking Dead character. It's just really dirty. I mean, they don't really get to shower. Ugh. It's a little gross.
Kind of like, ew, you're right, filthy, ew.
But, oh, you're so dirty.
Oh, you're dead dirty.
Oh,
I will be totally intrigued to see what happens with Norman Reedus. I am a massive fan. I mean, well, look for yourself.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, my rings are kind of covering them. That's the Equitas, and that's the Veritas from Boondock Saints. So, yes, I am quite a fan. Yep.
Did it hurt getting a tattoo on your fingers?
Not really, actually. When did I get them done? A couple of months ago, I had a lollipop in my mouth, and I was quite happy just sat there like that going. That's quite. 20 minutes, done.
Yeah, because that's like pure bone and possibly nerve that you're getting a tattoo on. And for my past tattoos, bones are a bitch.
Oh wait.
No, I've never. Well, the one that I had done on my neck, kind of fell asleep when I had that done. And how long was I in for that one? That was 2 hours. 2 hours that took. Kind of fell asleep.
And it's
weird.
From Ghost in the Machine? Ghost
in the Shell.
There you go. And isn't there something about the machine? Am I just making things up? Am I creating new anime?
Wee. That's
you can tell that I've never watched it. And it's where people can move their souls from one, basically, vessel to another.
Well, the whole point behind that was, like, they're all cyborgs and stuff in it, so their brain gets transported from, if they need a new body, into a different cyborg body, and they're wondering if the essence of the person, the soul, the ghost, if you want to call it that, goes with it. You know, how many times you can switch into a new body and still be yourself instead of just a human brain in a thing, essentially.
I feel like a human being in a thing.
In a thing.
A fleshy thing. I'm trying to think. I think I was going to say something about PT, but I can't remember now. Yeah, we talked about the whole Jared thing, and Lisa's a bitch.
Lisa is a massive bitch. We don't like her. She needs a new dress,
No.
she needs a glass eye or an eye patch, and she needs to brush her goddamn teeth.
Oh, have you seen I guess the glitches that include Lisa, and she kind of like, when she attacks you and she kind of goes through you and disappears, but she doesn't, it's a glitch, and she just kind of like hovers.
I haven't seen that one. I always thought the one where she's outside the window was a glitch as well. I think it is, actually.
Really? I thought it wasn't, since it's so kind of perfectly outside there.
And I always thought the one where she stood outside was, you know, she's doing her epileptic fit or whatever it is outside.
In the words of Nathan Drake, Kitty got wet. Wait, that's
Kitty got wet?
Saying. Yes.
Pissing down outside, you stupid woman. What are you doing out there? Having your little fit?
She's just cooling down, you know, rinsing out her socket because it gets a little dirty with all her anger.
Needs a bit of a clean out.
Oh, yeah. It's gross. She's so, I don't know, I don't like her. She's mean. You see, she would take pleasure in playing Infamous in the evil mode, and she would not care twice about Betty's feelings. She wouldn't care. She'd be like, Don't touch me, Betty. Don't touch me. And that's not nice.
Totally evil.
I'm
trying to think of what else that I had to say about PT, because yeah, well, I wasn't outright scared by it, but it did really freak me out. Do you reckon that this is actually going to carry on into the eventual game? This kind of atmosphere?
Well, I actually found it very scary, and I screamed a few times because I'm a screamer. And you could ask my parents that. When I played Dead Space, I screamed a lot, and I could have been murdered in my room and no one would have known because my family stopped actually caring if I was screaming or not. They got used to it, unfortunately.
Just leave her to it.
Well, I moved out, so now my boyfriend can deal with my screaming. So, or unfortunately get used to it and I get murdered, and then he'll feel sorry. But I don't know. I feel like the atmosphere hopefully will get carried onto it. I know a lot of people have been talking about its connections with Silent Hill, and even the whole, I think it was Kotaku that was talking about the whole relation to it and the Orson Welles War of Worlds with the radio broadcast. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting, and it's all, I don't know, I feel like they're just throwing out a bunch of theories, and we're just hoping one of them sticks because we're all just really excited for a game to come out that's terrifying.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, and I want to play it now.
I'm really excited, and I want to play it now as well. Really want to play it now.
Do you want to
play it now?
Do you want to wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up. We've kind of
went over what we wanted
We've kind of gone on a bit longer than what we expected. Yeah, I think it's just because with we've both got like a really good rapport with each other, haven't we?
We kind of went on too long when you were trying to talk about what we were going to talk about. Yes, I think so.
Yeah, we waffle. Well, that was another thing that we wanted to do, wasn't it? Though we were gonna do this first episode as a pilot, and then Maya has gone mental. We're gonna do the first episode as a pilot.
Princess bubblegum hair, because it's just like stuck to that one thing. Looks very nice.
Oh dear. No, the first episode was going to be a pilot. We were going to see how it was, you know, how Stacy and I chatted with each other and how we discussed things, what we were discussing as well. And another thing was, for all the people that are either watching this now or you're going to be watching it at a later date on YouTube, we want to hear some thoughts, theories. We also wanted some questions off you as well for maybe our next episode, because really all this was just a pilot, just to see us two shooting the shit and stuff, seeing what was happening, and yeah, just general discussion about the world of nerd at its finest. So for the next episode, if anybody would like to send us in any questions, or you just maybe want to give us an idea of what, you know, really what you thought about the kind of stuff that we talked about, feel free, please, just feel free to send us anything. And we'll listen to you, answer all the questions, and get back to you at some point.
Yeah, well, that's it, and we really like for your comments, any type of feedback. We're obviously willing to listen, especially since so far most of you are going to be friends that are watching and listening, and, well, mainly watching, I suppose, since it's YouTube. But, yeah, we really want to hear what you have to say, and we do want to do a Q&A type thing later on, and it'd be a type of additional video and not just necessarily taking over our weekly type of thing if this is even a mild success, or at least not like, oh, that sucked, don't do that, stop talking. Yeah, it'd be quite terrible. There would go my ego. But yeah, well, I'm Stacy, and lovely co-host Georgie. And we'll see you possibly sometime next week. And definitely subscribe. And we're on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. And we will put it somewhere on the description because we're not fancy enough to know where to put it and where people point and shit. No. Especially, I don't know if you can do that live. I don't know. I'm just happy we were able to do this. Google.
Exactly. It's technology
Skynet.
at its finest for the people that, yes, Skynet. Damn you, Google.
Next time I'm going to put my beer in the Skynet cup. Just be like, oh, Google contacted me, and they said I should be polite.
Yeah.
Georgie, you're being out of hand. You should stop.
Oh, yes, I'm going to stop, yes.
Okay, well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and, well, goodbye.
Bye, everyone.